So, you ready to take that advice and use it and not be distracted by it? There's no distractions. Come on. Hi, my name is Daryl Phillips, and this is a bipolar perspective, a presentation of Noir Apologia Gaming, and we've been talking about the pre-steps. Okay, now we've got the desire. We have the person that's going to listen to our gripes, basically, and more than that, really. And then we also, maybe even the same person, have a person that's going to give us great advice. Now, after you get that great advice, what's the next step? What do you think it is? Well, and this is the most important part. No distractions. None. Zero. Zero distractions on this because you have to think about what that person told you. You have to really contemplate on your life, and you have to do this by yourself. That doesn't mean you have to go in isolation. So, what do? Well, take some time out of your day and be by yourself and think about what that person told you. Think about your life. Think about what you want, what you desire, what you told the person, and what they gave you advice back. And you can take advice or you can leave it. So that's the thing. That's what you have to think about. Is that person a trustworthy person enough to give you that advice? So in my case, now I'm going to say something that's going to sound strange. It's preferable if you don't have any distractions, and I mean no distractions, just be in your own thoughts. But I can tell you this right now. I had to have music on my ears, my ears, and because I couldn't stand, like, just my mind would go here and here and here and here and here and here. I was distracted by everything, so I had to focus on something. So I had to block out things in my head that I wanted to think about over here that had nothing to do with what I was really trying to think about. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So, at first, yes, that may be what you do. In fact, I'm going to say something that's going to sound really bad, but I had to drink a lot of times to deal with my stuff, and that may be where you're at. Maybe you it's so painful for you to deal with your problems that you have to drink. Obviously, that's not good. That's very bad. You're not there yet. But you want to get to the point where you can do this sober and without anything to distract you. I actually like to take walks and listen to nature now. Okay, I know that sounds all frou-frou, but it's not. It's actually not. Okay, I love looking at stuff anyway. I told you I love people watching. It's creepy. Okay, it's creepy, right? Whatever. No, I don't judge you anyway. But I don't like watch people. But I like watching nature too. And I love snakes and lizards and stuff. And we have this creek out back, and it's awesome to go to. And you know what's funny? I enjoy just sitting there, just thinking about what I'm going to do with this business that I'm this upstart thing that I'm doing that I've never done before. I have to think about this stuff. And right now, not only am I not distracted, I actually can multitask. Ooh. For some of you that are normal, that's probably, you're like, okay, Daryl, really? But for me and people that understand what bipolar is, that's amazing. That is, Do you understand that what my day is like? I mean, what I have to do this, and I have to learn this, I have to learn this, I have to do the videos. I'm doing the videos right here. Do you know what time of clock? You know what time it is right now here? It is about 1 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, and I'm up doing this because I have to. I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to find time to do it in the daytime, and sleep is just I don't need a lot of sleep, and thank the Lord for that. And the thing is, and so I do this, and I take my time, and I think about, okay, so what am I doing this? How am I doing this on? How am I going to get better at speaking to you guys? How am I going to get better at the graphics part of it? How am I going to get better? How does this do it? And I listen to different kinds of music that I'm able to play on YouTube and so forth and so on. This is what I do every day. Now, I had nothing to do 10 years ago. Nothing. I couldn't concentrate on anything, and if it got too stressful, what was so bad is it would affect me so emotionally that I would break down. That's where I was in life 10 years ago. 15 years ago, like I said, I was shattered. So it's amazing that I'm here. And I'm telling you, you can be here too. And you are, if you're watching this. And if, whoever gives you advice, whether it be you take advice from me, whatever it is that I'm putting up on videos, or whether you take advice from your mother or father, or your husband or wife, heck, your kids. I don't think you can't learn from your kids. I got a son. Oh, Gabriel, what am I going to do with you? Anyway, sorry, I digress on that. You know how children are. But I have a teenage son that's special to me, and he just drives me nuts sometimes. But he talks to me on the phone about stuff, and he's a gamer. I'm a gamer. And we talk about different stuff, and I give him advice like I should. And he educates me on different things. Don't think you can't learn from your kids too, even if they're younger. Even if they're like, still in school and stuff. But the point is, none of this should be, you should get to a point where you are at one with your mind. Your mind should be here. If you're, in other words, I'm going to be successful at this because I work for it. Not because I look at the shiny thing over there. We have a thing in this house where we're like raccoons, you know how like raccoons are, they make that sound, and they're like shiny, and they get distracted by stuff. Or a squirrel. You ever see a squirrel? They just looking around like they've been smoking crack or something. The point is, we don't want that. You don't want that. That's not going to be successful. You're not going to be successful if everything is a distraction to you. You cannot focus on yourself. You can't. And that's why it's good to have someone to be talking to and to be venting to be getting advice from, because that way you're staying focused, and that way you can do it on your own eventually, especially if you really have problems like I did. Now, if you're just a regular old person that doesn't really have mental issues, this is also, again, good advice. Well, who likes a person when they go to work or when they were out? You ever been out to like the zoo or something like that, and you take your family out and you're trying to enjoy looking at the animals? Maybe it's your one day off and you're there with the kids or whatever it is, and you got this one friend that you decided to take with you, and that person is just acting like a jackanapes and distracting and completely ruining the time. And like they're over here, and you're having to worry about this person embarrassing you in public. So now you're not enjoying time with your family, and you're not focusing on your family. You see how that works? And so, yeah, no distractions. This wasn't a hard one. Just I wanted to make sure that this is part of you. This is part of the soup. You get distracted, you're done. You're finished because you're not going to be able to focus. Right? Now, the next step is going to tie it all together. It's going to tie it all together. All right? So, stay tuned. We're going to be right here. I'm going to be right here. And I'm always going to be right here for you. As long as I have breath in my system. I will always be here to talk to give advice to. Doesn't matter. Okay? You can give advice to me. Maybe I'll learn something from you. Right? Okay? Because I can guarantee you I'm not distracted. I know exactly what I'm doing. So, I hope you guys have a good night. And stay safe. May the Lord of Light protect you and bless you in all things. Goodbye. I had bipolar disorder and PTSD, and I was in that position. I was a broken man 15 years ago, and I fixed my life. And everybody talks about changing this world, and so forth and so on, and everybody talks and talks and talks, and they never do anything about it. Well, here I am. I'm going to do something about it. I'm tired of the misconceptions about mental disorder. I'm tired of the directions that some people try to give to people with real problems in life. Really examine your life. Want to without knowledge is ignorance. If you don't know what it's going to take, if you don't know why you're doing things, why you want to change your life, there is no there's no point to it. I want to create desire in you to change your life, especially if you have been abused, if you have been told all your life you're a loser. You should examine why that is. I was a loser. You understand? Like 15 years ago, I really was. You do need advice. You can't have just one set of eyes on your life. You have to have perspective, and you might not want to hear it. Do you think I wanted to hear that I was a loser? I didn't even want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it. That's why I drank so much. Good Lord, I was an alcoholic because of it. I didn't want to deal with life. So check this out. Like, I didn't believe in myself. I hid myself for so long. I don't want other people feeling like that. I know what it feels like to be you. I really do. But you don't have to be.